All right, guys, I just got this. I just got this thing out of the box. We got these things delivered on Monday, and I couldn't wait to get them home. So this is what I'm talking about right here. So this is the Pro LFC 21 SM. I guess that means subwoofer module. It looks like it's upside down right now because these feet are on the bottom. So it looks like they want this driver closer to the ground. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it stand up like this, and I'm going to see if there's those feet on the bottom, so I can actually put these things on something like ISO acoustics, some sort of decoupler, because something this big, I want to make sure that I'm hearing the bass and not just feeling it. So these do dip into some infrasonics. Again, these are 6-inch ported drivers in the bottom. I can just do you guys one better and just take this plastic off. So let's see if I can do that real quick. All right, so let's see if I can get this thing, show you guys what's going on here. But yeah, this is a European-made pro grade driver. This looks extremely similar to something that I had in here before. If it's made in the same factory, who knows? But I was very impressed by that one. But this one's ported. So the last one I had was sealed. This one's 100% ported. So let's see if this thing sounds good the way it is. If not, I might have to fashion something just to plug those ports up, because I know for a fact that sealed 21s in that room sounds incredible. So we're going to put it to the test for sure. But this is the size of the unit. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but this thing's pretty freaking big. 48 inches tall, I think 23 inches wide, 15 inches deep. So this is going to work perfect upstairs because I have that area already built out for it. So I won't see these subs, but I will see a sub once it's all said and done. But I wanted to share in the excitement with you guys as I just got the first one in the house. I have two of these that are going in the best locations so I can future-proof the system for waveforming. So that's what we're going to do for right now. If it works, it works. If not, I'll move them back to the side, and then I'll just do a traditional infrasonic type system in my room. But I want to have the most flexibility as it stands right now. So that was the reason to purchase this one. But these are available from Pro Audio. These are Pro Audio technology. This is their 21. I have a complete Pro Audio technology system upstairs, but you guys will see that. The theater is literally right above the kitchen. But you guys will see all that in just a little bit whenever it comes together. The room is pretty much done. I just have to do a little bit of wiring to make the system functional, but these came in very quickly. I wasn't expecting them to come in so fast, so I thought I had more time to finish everything else out, but I will chime back in just a minute. Okay, guys, I'm out here at my house about to install these in my as my heights. These are the SR25 IMs. These are either single amp or biamp, however you want to do them. I'm choosing to do them in biamp, so that means I need to run 2 leads or 14.4. So we have that there. And then we have some of the speakers right back here ready to go. So let me pop these things out of the box and I'll show you guys what to do. Okay guys, this is what you get in the box. So again, like I'm talking about, this is the SR25 IM. You actually get your engineered specs. So you have the drafts here. Kind of gives you some instructions too, and it's like a map. Let's see if I can show you that. So these things are out of the box. They are planned to be mounted to studs right here. If you need to angle them any way into the room like I'm doing, you need to get these additional kits, which are right here. So basically this is just going to go on the side like such, and then you just angle it however you need to. So that comes with 2 of those in that kit. But like I was talking about, this is what the speaker looks like right here. You have your tweeter, 2 mids, completely sealed box, which is really, really cool. Big fan of sealed boxes. And then you can also put this thing in the wall like I was just showing you guys. You just mount them to the studs. So the way it is right now, to save space, you would basically just pop off these screws and literally just rotate the thing 180 degrees, because that lip on the back side that's going to mount to the sides here, that's actually in the back. So you'd basically just rotate it 180 degrees and then you can cinch it onto the wall right there. You can just mount it into plyboard or drywall studs if you need to. And then this is the angle kit like I was talking about. So if you need to angle them off the walls, you can. That's kind of it right there. You also get your included screws in the box, which is really, really cool. So you really don't need to do much else with this unless you get the external or optional angle bracket kit. So they actually protect this, which I really, really like. This is really heavy duty type of wood. This is plyboard. So you're going to manhandle this stuff whenever you're installing it. So this is really nice that I like, because I can sit there and I can put these screws on the side. I could take these things out right here. I could take these hex bolts out on the side, and then I'll put the angle adapters on there. So I don't really have to worry about hurting the speaker, which I really, really like. So that was a great little side invention that they put on there. But I'm going to get this thing all situated. I'll show you guys what we're doing upstairs, and we'll pop back in here in a minute. All right, walking into an active war zone here. This is, again, active construction. So what we had to do is, this entire room is completely different from the last time you guys saw it. So I've been hard at work doing a couple different things. I had my installers come out here and run some wire. They literally ran a mile worth of copper for this job, because with Pro, you have to have no I'm not gonna say no single speaker has just single biamp or single amped system. So it's instead of just doing like a 12.2 or a 16.2 or whatever you guys are gonna run, pretty much each speaker requires 2, 3, or 4 leads or runs. So if you're running 14.4, it'll require one of those for a biamp speaker like this. Or, you know, if you're running the wides like I have right here, they're tri-amped. So I have to run 3 different leads. So basically what I'm doing is I'm running 14.4 to the low frequencies right here. And then for the high frequencies and mids, so would be the mids, this would be the highs, right? So I'm running just 14.4 or 14.4 for that, which is 14.2 for each. So that's kind of the idea. Behind the screen, we have, well, I guess you guys can't see it, but here is the speaker right here. Here's the big box that it comes in. It's literally like 6 feet tall. But we have the speaker right back here, and this one requires 3 different channels, just the same as this one does right here. So it's gonna be being wired the same, but instead of running just 2 leads, I ran 3 leads for that. So there's 3, 6, 9, and then 2 subwoofers. So 2, 4 here. And then for the back, I'm running an even bigger subwoofer in the back. So I ran another two leads of 14.4 for that one. So again, all the panels are off of the room. This thing was kind of finished from before, but I went ahead and ripped all that Ascendo stuff out of here and, you know, sold it to, you know, guy in Puerto Rico, guy in California, and then I guess a guy in the Midwest is using the 50. But now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be redoing these panels on the side. I didn't really like the way they came out. The shape of the panels kind of just threw me off the entire time. So I'm going to make, instead of just 3, 1, 2, 3, as it was on there before, I'm going to make 25-inch runs or 24-inch runs in between the edges. And I'm going to do some LED lights in between there. So I'm just going to do that, and then do the same thing over here. So it's just going to look a little more, you know, professional whenever it's all said and done. Again, I wasn't super happy with how it came out, but, you know, the room was done. Now it's not done. So if you guys are looking at this configuration, let's show you guys here. So all of the in-ceiling speakers, or I guess heights, are mounted and angled to more or less the best part of the room. So this chair is moved, but my sweet spot is right against there. And the projector's right behind it too. So basically what I have now is I have a 8-channel overhead system. So I have, you know, the standard 6-channel overhead, and I added the voice of God right here, and then I added the center height, or the top center right there. So that's kind of what's going on right here. Let's see what else I can show you guys. Oh, like I was talking about, drywall's been repaired. So whenever the speaker gets in there, I'm just going to inset it in right here, and then I'll do another drywall patch right here. And then it'll basically just be a little sliver of drywall that's actually taken care of. And I put some Dynamat right back here. You guys probably can't see it, but I put some Dynamat right back there to help with vibrations getting into the next room. I mean, that small panel is not going to do much, but I figure since there's going to be a sliver of drywall open, might as well just do it whenever I could. So, and then over here, I guess really nothing else to show you guys right now, but I wanted to pop back in here. I know I haven't done an update in a while, so let's show you guys the rack. That's done over here. I got a few more things going in there. I think I showed you guys the quick little trick that I did whenever I laid this thing down, because these things can get really heavy. So if you're, doing all this stuff by yourself, especially with this Niagara 7000 right here, it's literally like 100 pounds. So if you're trying to put that thing in there and, position it and then try to just cinch in the stuff at the same time, either you're going to ruin your equipment or you're going to lose an arm. So I just lay the stuff down and then set it back up whenever it's done. But Mad VR up top, empty space right here for miscellaneous. I'll let you guys in on that in just a little bit. Some more miscellaneous stuff here. And then I have the Trinov. What's going here? I think this is the Apple TV and the network switch. But we have that there. I need another DAC. So Emotiva, I'm going to buy another one of these DACs from them. Because again, with the Trinov, they have the ability to do the +4. So this is a 16 channel processor right out of the box. But if you add every DAC that you add to it, every stereo DAC you add to it, you can get up to 2 channels each. So I'm going to max it out with another one of these. So it'll be 2, 4 channels max. So I'll be running 20 channels and I'll be completely maxed out in this room. Again, Niagara 7000 right here. May or may not use this Niagara 5000 for the actual theater. I may switch to something different for that. Stay tuned for just that. I may just use this for networking. So clean up my network. But I'll let you guys know. The Theory amps, these things are really cool. I actually just initialized these things a couple days ago. So if you guys don't know, they make these things, they make these amps. A lot of other companies are copying them now and using the same chassis and materials in it. So the cool thing is it's Wi-Fi enabled or network enabled. And you can basically tell it whatever you want it to do. So you can download the speaker library and say the crossovers and the different profiles for the low frequency, mids, and highs. It has all that DSP built into it, so you don't have to figure out any of that stuff. So it's ready to go for you. And again, with Pro and Theory, it's kind of an active system. It's almost like a Wisdom type operation in which you can't mix and match. You kind of have to use their amps and speakers to make everything work. So it's really, really cool. I've heard it before. I've heard it at several trade shows. If you'd heard it at someone's house before. So I'm really excited to show you guys that in just a little bit. And then we have 10 of the Theory amps down here. 1 for each surround speaker. So I have 6 surrounds and then I have 8 heights. So 2, 4, 6, 8, which equals all of the heights that I have overhead. So that's kind of how this operation is going to go. So I just had this thing in here because the kids were sleeping and this is going in the closet. So I had to, move it out of there to get power so that I can actually work on these things. But it's up and operational now. So all I got to do is just get to the wiring. So that's what I've been doing right now. So I'll be wiring this thing. Well, I guess finishing out the Phoenix connectors, and then I'll just paint, and then we'll do the panels, and then we'll be back in here in another little bit, give you guys an update. So stick along. All right, guys, walking back into the room. Looks like we got the paint done. Did that the other day. Spent a decent amount of time doing it. So we did, what is this, Winter's Way. It's in matte for the paint. Did that for the sides here. Also, finally did this drywall that, if you guys saw the last video, even whenever the room was done, this wasn't, it was drywalled, it wasn't textured, it wasn't painted, but now it is. So I even painted the door again. So the black that I'm using in here is going to be, this is Carbon, and this is Bear, I think it's Dynasty, or no, it's Marquee. So we're using that with flat. This is Winter's Way and Bear. I got all this stuff at Home Depot, so pretty simple stuff. But this is finally done. I'm going to be reframing the room is the next step. You guys saw, again, there's more lumber here than last time. But what I need to do is I need to reframe this area right here. So as you can see, I already cut the studs to fit. So what I'm going to do there is basically just cinch those in, and then the speaker, the center speaker, will sit right in here. I already have the right speaker on over here, but that's going to be angled towards the listening position. Same thing over there. The subwoofers are basically just going to be in this big footprint right here. I talked to John over at Trinov, and this is what we were thinking to do for waveforming. So if I ever end up doing that, these things are going to be in the best position just starting out right now, so I can build upon that later on. So I'm not reframing this entire system every single time I want to make a change. But like I'm talking about, the overheads are already in right now. These are the SR25 IMs. This thing worked out perfectly because I was kind of worried about the voice of God. Let's see if I can get out of the light. I was kind of worried about the voice of God. And then again, I got to flip this thing. That's installed improperly. But I was thinking that I was going to have to move that light because obviously where I'm going to be sitting is pretty much right under this light, right? So I wanted to make sure that we still had optimal, or we still had a decent amount of light going through here. So I'm going to flip that speaker 180 degrees, and then all the rest of these things are angled towards the main listening position. And then now it's time to make panels again. So really not looking forward to that. This is probably, I picked up, let me see if I can show you guys this. I picked up this stuff from Acoustic, the Castile, the suede. I thought it was going to be a cool type of change up if I did that, because I've already done the FR 701 from Guilford of Maine. Let me see if I can get some light on this. But this is the suede-ish type material for that Acoustic makes panels out of. You know, it doesn't really look like much. I kind of just ordered their free sample. You just have to pay for shipping. I was heading towards this. I was going to do this, but the main thing that I did is I shined light on the side, very minimal light on the side here. This kind of gives it a glossy type of appearance. So there is a sheen to it. So I think that this is a cool idea, but I don't think I'm going to use this for my side panels. If I had it all done differently, maybe I would have done it for rears and fronts, because I'm not going to really be seeing the light reflection off that anyway. But for sides, that's really going to bother me. So now it's time to reframe the room, make the panels. So I'll chime back in here in a little bit, guys. See you soon.